So Jordan, we didn't, or maybe we did talk about this. I don't know if we talked about this, but there was. I just think this the headline of this article is really funny. Stranger Things are distraught after Netflix didn't release episode 9, a thing that was literally never going to happen because that's not how television works. This is not, I guess maybe it's because I've been on the internet long enough producing content for 5 years that like this is like the fourth time we've been through this. Like I saw a bunch of people the Sherlock or the Supernatural. Oh, there's going to be an actual real finale, or Game of Thrones, or WandaVision. Remember when we all thought that there was going to be an extra secret episode of WandaVision that was going to set up
Yeah,
that Doctor Strange was going to show up in? It was going to set up Doctor Strange 2 that never happened. Like,
yeah. We fell into that one too.
sometimes a bad episode is just a bad episode, man. I hate to tell you. I hate to
Bad
break it to
ending
you.
is a bad ending.
Yeah, and the thing that's funny is like, and I can say this because spoiler alert, I'm working on including Stranger Things in an episode, so I'm watching it, and I just finished season 1, and I'm season 1 it has everything that everyone's saying about it. Again, it's great with setup, but the payoff is bad. Like it gets to the end of it, and like the entire time they're like, okay, there's this big conspiracy with this with involving the kid, and there's all these mysteries, and then it gets to the end, and the mystery is that they're just kind of a dull secret organization from the government. There really isn't anything intriguing or interesting or
Yeah,
all that
but
exciting
what?
revealed about and it's especially egregious when you remember that there was only supposed to be one season, right?
Oh,
Initially,
was there?
yes, it was there was only going to be one season, and it was going to be an anthology show, and each of the next seasons were going to be something different. But the first season was so
Interesting.
popular that they made multiple seasons. So like the fact that they don't explain what the upside down is, and they eventually gets to the point where they reveal the Demigorgon, and it's just kind of a not very interesting or exciting monster. It's just like
Yeah. So what I kind of came to realize when it comes to the Duffer Brothers, and the way that they do things is, um, and I'm gonna try and not spoil season 5 when I say this, but they, you're right, are good at setting things up.
not good at paying
And
it off.
they're good at threading a story. They don't know how to finish a thing. And so the issues that people are having with the final season,
Every season is
um,
like that. They're all like that. Every
yes,
single one.
yes, and but the
They
reason
all
why
have
it's
bad
not
endings.
the reason why it's not as noticeable, with the, or it's not, it's more forgivable. I don't know how to word it, but the reason why it's not as bad, or it's not as, it doesn't bother people, I guess I should say, as much with the previous seasons, is because with the previous seasons you knew there was going to be another season where they have another opportunity
Not
to
always.
finally wrap things up, right? No, but I'm saying with this show, with
Maybe.
season 3, season 4, whatever,
I
you knew they were planning on doing
I
another
I
season
don't think
where
that's the
there was
case.
an opportunity where they could wrap things up.
No.
Where let me finish, please. Whereas with this last season, the reason why people want that secret episode, and why people were so believing of that, is because there's nothing else. There's no other ending. So they're not going to get a satisfying ending because they just don't know how to land a satisfying ending.
No. No one's ever said that the show had no one has ever had the opinion that we have until this season. Like everyone thought that season
No, I
4. Hold
know,
on, let me
but I'm
finish.
saying,
I
but I'm
let you
saying the
finish. I let you
reason.
finish. Let me finish. The only reason why people are not as forgiving now is because, and someone pointed this out, the time gaps between the previous seasons were much shorter. They were like at most a year, which distracted people away from the fact. I think the reason why people are noticing all the issues that have existed since the beginning of this show is not because there was a new. I've never seen a person criticize the show by being like, "Well, this season sucked balls, but at least there's going to be one more that'll fix it." No one's ever said that. Everyone's always praised these
No,
seasons
nobody
for
has
being.
ever said that. But my point is that they didn't need to say it. They internalized it. That's
I don't
what
think
they
so.
felt, even if they didn't say it. Yes, Justin, they had an opportunity to fix things, so nobody notices or harps on the bad things because they had an opportunity to fix things. Whereas now there is no opportunity. There's
That's.
nothing there's no further. There's nothing.
I think
We've
you're.
hit the
I
end.
think you're giving people entirely too much credit because I think it's truly because of that time gap, because
Agree to disagree.
people spent so long hyping up what they felt was good. And it was okay. It was always going to be this case of it's the kind of show where people's theories are always going to be better than what comes out. But no, like I think the fact that people are just noticing how the Duffer Brothers writes has everything to do with the fact that they had time to stew over how they wrote. But to be fair, as near as I can tell, like I'm looking into the future of trying to finish this series in a timely manner, and it's frustrating because season 4 is agonizing looking. Like I'm like.
Yeah, that's when it goes. That's when it
That's
gets
when it
really
goes
bad.
off the rails. It becomes a bloated. The thing that frustrates me about Stranger Things is it's a bloated nightmare. Like every season of this show, like there's the season finale of the first season is a bloated nightmare. It is a bloated nightmare of a show. Like it's 56 minutes long and it could be 40. Like every episode of this show thus far, like the best episodes of that show are 45 minutes long. Like they're the best episodes because they're tight, they're compact, they get to the fucking point, they don't meander. Like there's so many scenes in season 1 in the season 1 finale where you're like cut anytime now, man. And like I'm
Yeah,
looking.
I also just like going back and watching those early seasons. A lot of the characters aren't likable.
No, but it's a great representation of an 80s thing. I will say that. Like, having watched a lot of these style of movies from that era, like your Goonies, your Monster Squad, or whatever, yeah, kids from like shit like that typically suck. Because that's just
Yeah,
the way they were.
yeah.
No, I think Luke.
You're
I
not
think
you're
off the
you're not
bat,
wrong.
Lucas is so much more of an asshole than I remembered him being. I was like, wow, he is an asshole.
Oh yeah, and Mike is just a whiny. He's whiny and annoying.
He is quick to like flip on people in a heartbeat. It's truly a, and like yeah,
Don't even get me started. It must run in the family because Lucas's little sister is the worst.
um, but yeah, no, I'm looking, like I say, I'm looking into the
Oh,
future. I'm looking into the future, and yeah,
she does not get better.
I'm looking forward to season 4, and it's like every episode is an hour and a half long. Everyone,
Yeah,
they're like
no,
an hour 20,
it's
hour and a half long. And I'm
ridiculous.
like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to finish this in a week. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get through a 2.5 hour. I don't understand. I don't understand. No one has been able to accurately articulate to me how you can enjoy a 2.5 hour episode of television. Like,
Well, it's not television at that point. It's a
but
movie.
it's not a movie because it's not
No,
structured
I'm
like a
saying,
movie.
but I'm saying the length of it makes it a movie.
It
It's
doesn't.
not.
It
That's not
doesn't.
TV.
But
It's
it doesn't have movie structure. It doesn't follow the
it
structure of a
doesn't.
three
It
act.
doesn't have television structure
But
either.
it does. It follows the structure of a bloated episode. Like, say what you will about the best example of that's a movie, not an episode of television, but it's not claiming to be an episode of television, so it's fine. Is Black Mirror the movie? Oh my god, the last episode of season 6 or season 7, the
Oh, with the SS Enterprise.
U.S. Callister. That's an hour and a half, but that episode is structured like a movie. It has a act 1, act 2, act 3. It plays like a movie. You can play it, show it, remove from that show it's a movie. Those episodes of Stranger Things feel like it's a 40-minute episode of television that they've just completely stretched out for no reason. Why? Just do more episodes of the show. Split it up. Do it 20 episode season of the show, and every episode is 40 minutes, so I can binge it like in an afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to, and I've
Do half the
maintained
season in
you said this once, and I agree with this. I think you said it. One of us said it. They clearly don't want to be in TV.
They want to make movies.
They want to be making movies.
I can't take credit for that. So I saw someone say, just make movies. They made a really irritated, like they were really irritated video. They're like, you clearly want to make movies.
That's clearly, especially when you go
movies because they're not.
When you go and you look at season 5 and you look at like the length of some of those, and yeah, no, it's clear they just want to be making movies.
I don't think any of the episodes. I looked it over. I don't think any of.
I'm pretty sure the last episode is like 2 hours long.
I think it's only 2 hours though. I don't think it's 2 hours 20.
Only.
Well, the season 4 one is the worst one. That I remember. I will never forget. Like, it's stuck in my brain since I watched it. The season 4 finale is bad. It's bad because it is paced horribly. Because no episode of television, I'm going to call it an episode of television because that's what they call it, should be over an hour long. No episode of
No,
television needs to be an hour. Like, needs
no.
to be an hour. 40 minutes is the longest an episode of television should be. And even then,
I
by
will
30 minutes, I'm
die
like,
on that hill.
I'm done. I'm done. Like,
I will die on that
I was
hill.
like 30 minutes into that season 1 finale, and I was like, I'm done. I'd like this to be over now. Like, it's awful. Like, again, there's a difference between a really stretched out episode of television and a movie. Like, this thing is meant to function as an episode of television, and by being so long, it doesn't. Because it meanders like crazy. Like, that season 1 finale meanders like crazy. And I'm just not really... It's gonna feel like
Yeah,
a chore. It's gonna
you
feel like a
saying
chore.
You saying that it was supposed to be like an anthology thing makes that make more sense. Because if it's supposed to be an anthology, then those episodes being an hour long makes more sense because it has to wrap up by the end of the season.
Sure, yeah, yeah.
It doesn't make sense in the form like in what we got.
No,
But
absolutely
like
not.
if it's an anthology, then I can understand why it has to be that
And
long.
like, people
But
try to be
not with
like,
what we
oh,
got.
what's the difference between, like, there's a big difference between watching 5 40-minute episodes and 1 hour long, hour and a half long episode. Like, there's a big difference. I can get to the end of the second episode in that block and be like, I'm done. But like, I can't do
Yeah,
that
well,
with the 2 hour
when you design
episode.
it, yeah, when you design it to be in 40 minutes, that means that you have a specific cutting off point. It's a
Yeah,
stopping point, right?
yeah.
Whereas when it is in an hour and a half or 2 hours, there's no clear cut stopping point. So it's like, okay, I'm trying to remember what's in season one. They're fighting the Demogorgon and it's like hour 10 and it's like, okay, what? Do I stop right here when they're in the middle of getting attacked? No, I
Right.
have to finish
I
it
gotta
off.
finish the
Like,
episode. Yeah, I don't have the time to watch an hour and a half, like five, six, 8 movies in a week. Like, that's brutal. That's brutal. Like, I remember it was a chore to get through season 4 the first time I had to do it, and
I
that
mean,
wasn't even for content. Now I have to watch and pay attention to it for content. It's brutal.
forget having time to do it. Who has the desire
Oh,
to watch
lots of
that much
people.
Stranger
Lots
Things?
of people do, but I just don't have that. Like,
No, not if they're doing content.
it's just not fun. Like, I don't. That show drags when it hits an hour. Like, I'm not looking forward to season 4.
Oh,
I'm
man, you're
just
preaching
not.
to the choir, man.
I'm just
I
not.
don't think that show is worth all the hype that it's gotten.
No, I mean, putting that aside, it's an all right show. It's okay. It's a fun show.
It's
I
a
enjoyed the
it's a
characters.
solid it's a solid C
I would
plus.
have gone B plus, but like,
B. I'll meet you in the middle. B.
it's just too long. It's too long. It's badly paced, and I don't see a universe where I change my mind about that. But this is me going into it. So in a couple of weeks from now, when I finally finish it, I'll come back here and I'll tell you whether or not I was
That
right,
it was too
that it
long.
was too long, and that I'm right. And I'm gonna, yeah. I'm gonna be sitting here.
I'm writing's on the wall. I see it right now. Justin's gonna come back and be like, it was too
It's
long.
too
There's no
long.
way that
It's
you're not going
too
to.
long, and I'm right. But just real quick, going back to the fake episode 9. That's not how television works. It's just not how you could. They couldn't.
So
They couldn't produce.
so sorry. One thing I don't understand, why is it conformity gate?
Oh, because they all look like Vecna. They're all dressed like Vecna, and they all have Vecna's haircut.
Who?
The characters in the show. Have you not seen it? Have you not seen what the justification for why? So
No, that's why I don't know why it's called conformity
So
gate.
they all think that the last episode, Vecna wasn't defeated, and it's still in Vecna's realm, and all the characters are being mind controlled by Vecna, because there's all sorts of there's the Mr. What's It stuff is in the background, and they all have Vecna's haircut at the graduation ceremony, but that's
Okay.
not how television works.
No.
They wouldn't have spent a bunch of money promoting a final episode with the cast, sent them on a huge promotional tour saying it was the final episode, just for them to be like, nah, just kidding. Shown it in movie theaters.
Well, that's my thing. Like,
had actors show up to the screenings of the finale, calling it the finale, just to be like, nah. That's not even putting aside the
I could
SAG
maybe see them
contracts that would
doing.
have to do.
I could maybe see them pulling something like that if they hadn't put it in theaters.
Just generally, I will say though, someone did say that a show needs to do that now. Needs to have a secret finale and blow everyone's mind.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, they
it
do.
needs to happen. But yeah, no, I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on finishing Stranger Things. We will talk about the finale of Stranger Things probably in the next
Eventually.
couple weeks because we got wrestling to get through. We got wrestling stuff to do. Hey there, everybody. It's NCard Justin here. Yeah, I'm working on it. Okay, it's a chore. It's gonna take me a bit because you watched the video. But in the meantime, if you'd like to see our full, we messed up and we had to redo the show on Monday. You can go check that out. That'll be on the left. Or if you just want to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, you click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week. Or you can just leave this video a like. That helps us out too. We'll see you all in the next video, everybody.